Welcome. Hello. Welcome. What am I doing with my life? Okay. So, did I just have dinner with my partner's entire family dressed like this? Yes. Have I lost my fucking mind? Yes. Am I going to absolutely hate editing this video because I hate my own voice? Yes. But here we fucking are. So, I made this video, making this video, because my friend Jess, hi Jess, told me to. So you know the book I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? It's fucking... Can I take the stems off this thing off? Riveting fucking content. Ooh, haha. I got this microphone as a gift. Not because I want to do a lot of videos or streaming or whatever the fuck people do with microphones, but because the microphone to my computer is broken. So yeah. So anyways, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is fucking everywhere at the moment. I don't personally have TikTok because I'm an adult and I watch Instagram Reels that is ripped from TikTok. So instead, I have a partner that has TikTok that sends me TikToks. And within all the TikToks that she sends me, there is a lot of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream at the moment. An unhealthy amount. An unhealthy amount? There's a lot of them. And apparently it's the TikTok thing of the fucking week to talk about the robot Am, as in the I think therefore I am, the big scary machine. Ooh. Oh my fucking god, the video quality of this thing is terrible. And I'm sure the audio quality is shit too. Ignore all the fucking jump cuts, please. So, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is written by a guy. I should look it up. I should look his name up, genuinely. It's not hard. It would be one Google search away. But this video is not for that. Has the camera moved? Yes. Is there a second person in this room? Mayhaps. Am I losing my mind? This is a yes. We've gone through this, people. I am. So, I have a terrible memory. Truly, Jen said. My noodles. I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. No, Google, I do not want that in my own language, please. Is a novel by Harlan Ellison. Am I pronouncing that correct? Who fucking knows? And I genuinely do not give a shit. It is a book. We all know this. And a game, apparently. I did not know that from the beginning, but apparently there's a game. I don't appreciate there being a game. I don't appreciate somebody having to sit down and program that. I feel bad for them. As a game developer myself, I'm so sorry to whoever made that game. God. It's a book. Well. Slap. It's a book. Oh my god. Please ignore everything in the background. This is not my room. But it is where I'm existing right now. It's not even my squishmallows, sadly. They are my partners. All of them. Every single one. There's even more behind here. Oh my god. There's even more behind there. I need you to stand up. This is professional. It's not professional. So, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is a book. I've said this 25 times already. But what it is about? It's about people and a big computer. I read this book when I was in England, which means I was at a poor state of mind already because I was in England, and I think the Queen had... No, the Queen had not died yet, but it was around the same time where the Queen died. How fun. For me, it was not. Eggs were expensive. But I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is about 5 people, the main character that I do not remember the name of, and 4 more people that I also do not remember the name of. I should look that up, but I'm not going to. I actually will. I looked it up. Apparently the protagonist's name is Ted. This is more than I know, and I have read the book cover to cover. Well, I listened to it. I'm a busy bitch. I get shit to do. I listened to it because I'm really into weird books. I would recommend All the Tomorrows, and I would recommend Man After Man. Those are good fucking books. I enjoyed them, and they are on YouTube for free to listen to if you're a bitch like me that likes audiobooks. Genuinely, so much better. But since I am a weird, strange whore, and since I like weird books, I was recommended this book by a friend. They were like, you like weird shit? Here you go, Octavius. And I said, thank you very much. I shall consume this book. And it was the worst decision of my fucking life. Worse than moving to England. It's pretty fucking bad. So, apparently the protagonist, Ted, I don't know if this is correct, but here we fucking are, is the narrator. He tells us about things. He's the guy. He's your guy. This is your problem now. You made this happen, Jess. He talks about all the terrible things that has been happening. So, what the fuck are the other guys named? Where was I? There are more characters, which apparently are named Nimdok. No, I do remember Nimdok. Gorisette. Gorister. Ellen. Benny. And Am. Not from Fallout New Vegas. Ring-a-ding, baby doll. Listen, I don't remember, like, any of the names. I think Benny was gay, though. Like, the guy in the book, not the New Vegas one. Actually, the New Vegas one is also gay. But I'm pretty sure this book was written by some guy who hated people. Like, truly fucking hated people. Because he has nothing good to say about anyone. Ever. In this book. Like, let's start with Ellen. She's the only lady in this entire group of 5. She is described as being a dark-skinned woman, so she is presumably black, or at least something towards that vibe. And she is described as being promiscuous and a whore. I don't really know why she's seen as a whore. It's mentioned quite a lot in the books that she has a lot of sex with the other guys, and that she finds it okay because she's reborn now when the world has been destroyed or whatever. And I just find it a bit odd. The main character really slut-shames her for this, by the way. This is not just like, this woman has a lot of sex. Anyways, the main character is like, this woman has a lot of sex, and she should be ashamed of it. She's a slut. She's a whore. She's a bitch. Like, he hates everyone. And also, I saw somewhere that this book was a biography, which I fucking hope not it is. Please, don't let it be. What the fuck? So, and then I don't remember any of anyone's names. I remember that Benny was a homosexual, I think. I don't remember anyone else's name, really. Like, I remember their traits, and I'm not remembering much else, because the book made me very upset. Also, I might be saying things that are incorrect about this book, like, every 5 minutes. This is more every 5 seconds. This is not supposed to be like a video about telling you properly what the book is about. This is genuinely just incoherent rambling about a book I read. So, deal with it. I need some fucking water. Hydrate before you dihydrate, as my boy Kieran always says. He doesn't say that. I don't remember much about the characters, like names, because I'm bad with names and I just don't remember. But I remember a lot of things about the characters. I know that one of the characters was described as honestly the funniest thing to me ever, as a Gen Z who is dying on the inside and all they do is rot in their bed all day. Is he's described as being a shrugger, like a shoulder shrugger. He doesn't care about anything. He doesn't care about what happens anymore. And it's the he used to be a go-getter. He used to be all these amazing things, and now he just doesn't care, which is really funny to me because I don't know a single person who gives a fuck about anything anymore. That's just how it is to live today. Another character I know was black, and they remarked that he is like the most destroyed or corrupt out of all of them. It's described as looking, I quote, monkey like. Take that as you will. And animalistic, and he behaves animalistically and kind of childlike. Like he'll bang on things, he screams and shouts, and how the other characters finds him inappropriate, basically, or the main character, I should say, the main character finds him inappropriate. But they also mentioned that his lower bits, what's below the belt, has been changed to be bigger, and therefore the woman likes having sex with him. It's a weird book. It's a really fucking weird book. So editing Octavius, it's Benny. Benny is the guy who gets his face all twisted up and looking like a monkey. And yes, I double checked. He is the homosexual one. Which also then in hindsight, him having sex with, or rather the woman having sex with him a lot after he can no longer consent, is once again a little bit sketchy and a wee bit fucked up and weird. Yeah, I don't remember all the characters, honestly. I know there's like 5 of them, and I remember like 3 of them, but I do remember the premise of the book, if you will. So what is everybody talking about? Because nobody's actually talking about the fucking main characters, are they? Nobody gives a shit about Tom. What's that his name? Tom? Ted? Tom? What's his name? Ted! Ted! Nobody gives a shit who Ted is or what he's doing. I hate cars. Ted. Nobody gives a shit what Ted is doing. And frankly, nobody cares really what's like the characters are doing in the book, because it seems to be everybody are discussing the big fucking robot, the big bad guy, the horrible monstrosity. People are apparently comparing to the Q, which I don't think you can really compare them. They're fucked up in different ways. You know, it's... yeah, I don't think they're comparable. Point is that is the big fucking scary robot. And what is this robot? This robot was created during, I think it's the Cold War. Once again, I don't fucking know. I think it's the Cold War to like calculate things and calculate how to strike other countries if something goes bad. Like, it's a war machine. Is a war machine. Is created to kill people and to do it effectively. And then that doesn't happen. Like, that doesn't happen. The war doesn't break out, and Am is left, kind of useless or without purpose. Am is left without any type of purpose. And therefore is fucking angry about it. And as somebody who has severe parental issues... same bitch. And... here's the thing, Am is horrible. That's just objective. Am is bad. Am is torturing these 5 people at the end of time where everything has decayed. They're the only people left, and Am is keeping them alive. He's tearing them apart, stitching them back together. All things happening is at some point in like the book, one of them gets like swept into a hurricane and breaks all their fucking bones, and then comes back with their body mangled but survives and just like has to live on terribly, and all of them wants to fucking die. Sounds like capitalism to me. They all wants to fucking die, which who doesn't today? Yeah, they're all alive, even though they don't want to be alive, which, what a fucking mood. And Am is keeping them alive, used to see them torture for all of time. But why? Why the fuck did Am choose 5 people to torture for all of fucking time? Like, why not like 10? 10's a good number. Why not 8? 8's a really good number. Why not 1? That feels easier to keep track of. Because these 5 people all had to do what had a very important part in creating Am, like the essentials of creating Am, and therefore they want to torture them for all of eternity because they made him and he has no purpose, so therefore they must suffer. Which, like, bad behavior, of course, don't do that. That's of course bad, but that's kind of the point of the book, to being like, you've created something that only knows human suffering, and now you've left it without any type of purpose. Of course it's gonna be pissed. That's kind of the essential of the book. But also, the book wasn't that long, I should add. I think listening time was only like 2.5 hours or something on it. And I so wish I could get those 2.5 hours back of my fucking life. The book starts with like someone with a slit throat. They never really tell you who the corpse is. They're just kind of like, corpse. Anyways, we've been told that there is food out by the glacier. Where's the fucking glacier? Who the fuck knows? We don't know where we are. All the descriptions of the environment are weird shit, like rusted, decayed, mechanical parts, and that there is an upper area that somebody tries to climb up to and get their eyes melted out of them as a punishment, and weird fleshy birds staring at them at some point. We don't get a lot of descriptions of what, like, actually is happening, but it sure is fucking happening. Also, I fucking hate the main character so much. I don't know if everyone else got this impression by him, but I had the impression that it's the main character is like a self-insert. That's so bad. No, but the main character is like, he's the only one that still isn't corrupted, and he's the only one that still has his mind intact. And he also mentions that everyone else in the group hates him because he's still pretty, and they're not. So yeah, that's a thing that everyone else is like, oh my god, fuck you, because you're pretty. Also, at some point he gets scared and everybody laughs at him. I don't understand what's happening in this book. Fucking help me. And also, thank you. Yes, thank you for noticing my makeup. Yes, it is inspired by my Payday OC, which I do understand me not liking the main character of this book because me feeling it's a self-insert, and also me having a Payday OC. There's some fucking irony in there somewhere. But here's the thing. I'm allowed to be cringe. I'm just some little guy. What are you gonna do about it? Kill me? Please. Please do. I took way too long to do this makeup. Clown behavior. I love Payday. Anyways, this book is intense to get through. Like I said, I listened through this book. It's like 2.5 hours, and I listened to it in like a day, I want to say, when I was doing my like work for university, and it was an intense 2.5 hours. I feel like a lot of times I was working on things at my little computer, like a little fucking raccoon, like on my keyboard, and then they'd say something in the book, like something about the characters or how they described the only the only woman, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Like, there's just a lot of things that I know that the book was written quite long ago now. I want to say like the 80s. That wasn't that long ago. That's living memory. But I still feel like it's very much targeted towards like fear mongering towards colored people and gay people, Since they do, it's only a single line, but they remark that one of the characters is a homosexual, and it very much sounds like kind of a fantasy, like a revenge fantasy. Like, the main character in the end gets to play the hero, because everyone does eventually fucking die. Like, they get to the weird ice cave, and the food they were promised is canned, and they can't have it because they can't open it, and they end up like killing each other. And as he's like murdering the woman, she's like, thank you. So he gets to have his little moment at the end when he's the hero. The big fucking hero guy, whatever the hell, I don't know. But basically, it all feels very, look at all these terrible people deserving to be tortured. And I'm the hero. And in the end, he gets... the fuck is that? It's cat hair. And in the end, he is the only one remaining. And he gets turned into this weird blob without limbs, without mouth. And he's upset, and he, guess what? Has no mouth, but has to scream. The title of the book. We have a guest speaker. What would you like to say? Yeah, it's your fault that all of my black clothes are filled with cat hair that is white. You're a bastard. He's gonna be in here now. That tangent aside. No, I think that's actually it. I don't have a lot more to say about the book. I personally understand why people like it. It is a very much dystopian, cool world, and I love dystopian. I play a lot of Fallout. Ooh. And I can like see why people are talking about it. It's one like weird funky book. Actually, I have no idea why people are talking about it. That's a lie. I don't know why people are talking about it. It's a weird book from like the 80s that has just like, is it 80s or 90s? It's a weird book from the 60s, apparently. That is, well, 67 it said. 1967 it said. So 60s roughly, almost 70s. I was still wrong, fuck. But it's a weird little book that I enjoyed aspects of. I enjoy a dystopian world, and I enjoy the idea of man-made horrors. I have read everything from Frankenstein to Man After Man, which is one weird fucking book too, and I did enjoy that weird fucking book. Well, most of it. There was a big bit at the end where I was lost, but then I did come across Season Greetings, so... Season's Greetings! This video is already way too fucking long. I don't know how long it is, but it is too long. So I'm gonna stop talking soon. I like having the spotlight, because I am a clown. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is the video. Thank you very much for listening to my incoherent rambling for I don't know how many minutes. I'm gonna go and edit this and hate every second of it because I hate my own voice. And I apologize once again for the terrible video and sound quality. There's not a lot I can do. I'm a bitch on a budget. I have no fucking money. Yeah. And once again, this is all Jess' fault, and I will be sending the tab to them. I'm such a fucking mess. Anyways, thank you. Goodbye.